That's
not
inherent
sexual.
sexual. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Why
You
does
get
it? Why?
paper dollar tips like every other stripper.
A so-called Christian woman gets triggered when our friends Chase and Andrew Wilson call them out for her not dressing modestly. Hey guys, this is Isabella Moody, and you're watching my YouTube channel. I'm joined here by my husband, Josiah Moody.
What up, what up? I love how within like one day of posting, we've already become the most hated, actually.
Yeah, that's not surprising, honestly.
We have right-wing watch coming in and saying that I'm abusive, and then other people saying that I'm so soft.
Oh, okay.
And I'm chained to the bed and to the bed in a basement by you.
Oh.
And you're trying to paint a picture of me like I'm abusive because you groomed me.
So what I'm hearing is that you're abusively soft, if that makes sense.
I'm abusively soft.
Yeah.
No, I don't think you're hearing at all what I'm saying.
No, I am. I'm
no,
saying...
you missed it. You missed it. Listen, don't pay attention to the hype.
This is why they call you abusive.
Are you going to cry about it?
Yes, but I can't do it on camera because I criticize women who do that way too often. So on that note, let's get into this.
I was just gonna ask you something.
Sure.
You're a bikini barista, right?
Yes.
And a hardcore conservative, kind of, or some like you're on.
I'm not hardcore conservative.
You're leaning
no.
right.
Yeah.
So, and you don't like work.
No.
So why do you think? And you're a Christian. So
Yeah.
how are you a Christian and against sex work, but yet you're in a bikini all day serving food and getting tips?
You don't think that Christians?
That's
You
a
don't
good
think that
question.
Christians
I
can go
just
to the
don't-
beach in a
Tips.
bikini? You don't think that?
Yeah, but
Christians
that's
can-
still like that's like
How?
a lot of sex workers do like bikini barista.
Yeah, because
You're not
they're probably
practicing-
Also
you're not-
selling their
Just
pussy on
let
the
You're
them.
not-
side.
Just let them.
You're not like you're not practicing modesty or anything that's in the Bible.
What's your
this-
definition of modesty?
Not being an
What's your definition of modesty? Not dressing in bikinis and serving lattes to horny men.
Yeah.
There's a pretty good definition right there.
What I love here too is I believe the brunette on the right that's questioning her is like some OnlyFans model, you know, a-ho. And she's pissed because this so-called self-proclaimed Christian conservative practices modesty, even though we all know being a bikini barista, shaking the booty for some coffee tips is sex work.
Real.
in a bikini.
not being
Okay.
in a bikini.
So you want to let your wife at the beach in a bikini?
I'm not saying that I wouldn't let my wife go to the beach in a bikini.
You
but
make
I wouldn't-
extra
I wouldn't-
tips.
I
Let's
wouldn't-
pull up her
I
Instagram.
wouldn't
Can
want
we
pull up
her
Instagram?
working
Can you
Just-
in a
not?
bikini.
Not you don't want the what's
No.
wrong with Instagram?
You make extra tips for being in the bikini, and
I'm just
so
just a show.
shaming sex workers. Like you're basically a stripper, so I don't understand
Stripper,
why.
yeah, because I touch
I don't
people and
think
I
that's
dance
fair.
on people for money.
Do you have
don't
a
think that's
problem?
fair.
Just
She's
like,
not-
did
she's
you have
not
a
a
man?
stripper.
Did you have a man that like cheated on you with a
No,
stripper?
in fact, I had a really good father that raised me to have morals.
Me too, and he's watching, and he's very proud of me
Here,
for my
it
accomplishments.
is
I pay
to
his
some
rent,
degree- here.
so thank you very much,
In-
babe.
in-
Okay, wait a minute. So the OnlyFans girl is hitting on the bikini barista person.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
She's offended that this Christian, so-called Christian, is shaming sex workers, and she feels so empowered because her dad gets his rent paid by her OnlyFans money.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't. I think it's so funny how she's trying to paint this picture of like hypocrisy, which I guess maybe it's hypocritical.
It is, I think.
It's hypocritical to call yourself a conservative and to work as a bikini barista.
I would say for the bikini barista girl, it's hypocritical for her to shame sex workers and claim that she's not making money for being naked.
Yeah. That's the funny part though, is that she feels like she's like better.
She's above them.
Yeah, she's above them. Like, yeah, you sell your vagina online and I just pop it on lattes.
Exactly. That's what it is.
You said in your pre-show notes to us, most people don't date for marriage anymore. It's extremely hard to find a traditional wife-husband who wants to raise their children under biblical values.
Yeah.
Now, I guess my question for you is, how do you reconcile that statement with the fact that you are a bikini barista and don't appear all that traditional in your social media presence? And that's why I wanted to, if we can, pull up the Instagram, just...
Well, it depends on what you mean by
ahead, Nick.
traditional. Traditional to me means submitting to your husband. Traditional to me means being a good Christian. It means being a
How
good
can
wife.
you find
But
one
what
if
about
you're...
modesty?
What do you mean? I am modest.
in the modesty
Currently,
appearance.
but
Nick,
like while you're at the
My
workplace.
actions, I am a very, very modest person.
Sex work is not modest.
I'm not
she's
in
not,
sex
she's
work.
not, she's not a sex worker, but
Technically.
look,
I'm definitely. I would never
she
touch
makes-
someone
Please
for money.
don't-
I would
don't
never
straw
do
man.
anything gross like that for money. I'm good.
what was your name again?
Savannah.
Savannah. To Brian's point, look, you're a beautiful woman. You're intelligent. I think you're
Stop trying to raise her up, Chase.
Chase is
Stop
way
it.
too nice.
point. I haven't seen your social media. It sounds like there's is there an
looks-
abundance of
never
bikini pics?
Yes.
Here, we'll pull it up just for.
Okay.
Chase, like, you're an intelligent woman. I think you're,
Beautiful?
I think you're beautiful.
You totally
and,
don't look like
and,
a
I haven't seen your Instagram yet, so let's pull that up. Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
you look like a witch who is
Wait,
addicted to.
this is
Oh.
her Instagram profile.
Look at her bio. Christ above all else.
I'm proud of my body. Like,
Scroll
there's
down there.
nothing. The thing is that everybody associates nudity to sexuality, and to me,
Lord have
it's
mercy.
not the same.
We must stay focused, brothers. We
And
Bro,
if-
that is
For me,
insane.
that is your. That
These
is.
photos are so
Completely
edited.
distribute with. Hold on one second. Okay.
Proportions
This is
don't
so
make
bad.
sense.
Brian, what was her statement about finding it difficult to find?
Most people don't date for marriage anymore. It's extremely hard to find a traditional wife-husband who wants to raise their children under biblical values.
Okay, so
So how do you reconcile that
I'm
statement?
saying this with all due respect. I genuinely respect you.
Thank you.
As a traditional
Why?
Christian man who wants a traditional Christian wife,
Mm-hmm.
to be quite frank, if I saw your Instagram page, immediately I would write you off as a non-traditional,
Sure.
non-Christian woman. I would assume that you weren't Christian. When I see a woman's Instagram page and I see bikini pictures all over the place, showing off the booty, all that kind of stuff, I'm like, yo, this is the exact opposite of modesty.
Wait,
And I'm
hold
not
on.
interested.
Real quick. I feel like, not that I know Andrew Wilson, but no, like my idea of Andrew Wilson, he's just sitting there trying not to blow his brains out. Like he's like,
I forgot he
"Oh,"
was here.
Exactly. Think about Andrew Wilson and what we've seen from him online. He's probably like, how is this conversation even happening?
Look at his face right now. He's just like,
Exactly.
He's like, I'm gonna
Chase.
lose my shit right now.
Chase, I love you, but why are you saying you respect this hoe? Like, people are way too nice.
Yeah, well, Chase is a gentleman, and
Yes, true.
so that makes sense. And I was thinking he was gonna say appalled. If I saw your Instagram, I would be appalled. I thought that would have been so funny. He's like,
Yeah.
I would immediately write you off. Yeah, he doesn't do those
he-
like digs. He like is very thorough and explains himself.
But he's basically saying that in a nice way.
He's basically saying, you think you want a traditional marriage and you act like a scam
And bye.
in a gentleman way.
Yeah. Shout out
Interested
Chase.
in that. And I would argue that you are probably making it much more difficult on yourself to find the kind of man that your heart longs for by living this kind of lifestyle where you're posting these images of yourself. Because I know a lot of traditional Christian dudes, a lot of them, across the board, they want modesty in women, and they would not classify that Instagram page as modest.
Sure, that's fine. I'm not really looking for a husband, though. I was just stating that it is hard. To be fair.
Part of
Can I
the
ask
reason
how
why
that's
it's
not-
hard is because I think you're making it harder on yourself with the job that you work and also with your Instagram presence.
Okay, sure, that's valid.
And isn't it using sexualization to get money?
No, I'm not doing anything sexual at all.
You literally are in a bikini with your ass out getting tips. I know how it works.
she wants
Okay.
Well, I just
I just think the getting tips part is the funniest part.
Yeah. Because that's how they make their money.
No, just because of the sexual innuendo of tips.
Oh.
You're literally in a bikini getting tips.
Yeah, that's
Like, okay, are you
I
not?
do get tips just like
Can you
strippers
not
get
be in a
tips.
bikini?
now that I'm thinking about it like that, it's way funnier.
no.
Azure.
but-
It's Azure, right?
but this
I
is
give
a
you.
It is-
I
look,
give
it
you
is not
credit.
modesty.
You
It's
want the
not
Well, it
smoke from
depends on your
everybody.
definition.
Well,
Modesty.
okay, so my definition
In Europe, it's considered modest, right? Like you go out onto a beach, you're naked. That's
Savannah,
fine.
Savannah.
Yeah.
Sounds
you're-
like it's
Savannah.
just
Hold
all
on.
about That's not when you're
Savannah,
getting
hold
tipped.
on. Savannah, you're
I'm
saying
getting tipped to make coffee.
ladies, please,
With your ass out.
please
So don't
stop.
shame workers. That's all.
She
I'm
wants
saying.
Not
the smoke.
sex work.
She wants
Holy
the smoke
shit.
from-
It's very. It's
not. I'm not touching
it's a-
anyone for money. You're lusting after me. I'm not doing shit. I'm making
You,
coffee.
you, Savannah, are eliciting
making-
lust from men by dressing
It's
this
their
way.
fault.
Well, that's
No,
the same thing. then
No,
that's
that's like putting your breasts in a man's
Yeah, but that's
face
the
and being
same
like, "Why are
argument
you
as a
looking at
stripper."
them?"
No,
Why are-
it's not.
Yes,
I
it
would
is.
never do
You're,
that.
You're flaunt. You literally do it
They
for a living.
come
You flaunt
through
your
my
body.
coffee stand.
Hang on,
Like,
let me
that's
ask this. Let
their-
me ask this. What's the distinction when you say they're lusting after me? Couldn't the stripper make the same argument?
Yeah, except for a stripper's touching and doing sexual
Okay, so-
acts.
so-
hang on, hang on.
It seems like
There's
you're
a
just like
big
trying to
Let's say
find
the
a
stripper,
way
the stripper
to-
never
there's
touched
a fine
him.
line between
Let's say the
using
stripper
your-
never touched him, ever, never touched any of the Johns. Just showed up and shook her ass. That's all she did.
Sure, I don't do that.
Yeah, but let's say that's all she did. Okay, she's not touching anybody now.
Sure.
She's using her sexualization to make money. Wouldn't just like you are, right?
No.
What's the distinction then?
The difference is that you're dancing and you're shaking your ass and you're doing that to elicit a feeling to get money, right?
And what is the
Right?
bikini for?
So the bikini,
Exactly.
no.
Look, this whole idea that like it's on men to control their lust. Yes, okay, I agree. Men have the responsibility to control their lust, but women also have a responsibility to not elicit that lust from men.
By what
and
I'm wearing.
By you
to
choosing.
be specific.
Yeah.
By
Savannah,
what I am wearing.
Savannah,
Yes.
come on. If there's two women.
It's literally that simple.
Literally.
Oh, so what? You're telling me this is like this girl right here, the fact that she calls herself like conservative, traditional, seeking biblical values and everything like that, it's just mind-boggling because she is like in her mind, she thinks that this form of conservatism is the handsmaid. Like
Yeah.
like in the last video.
Yeah.
Like, so what? Now I have to dress like appropriately and wear like a robe?
Well, I think she literally says, "What? Do you want me to wear a burqa?"
Oh, let's see. I
Yeah.
want to see this.
What?
Women, and one is
So am I
worn-
eliciting that when I
Please
go
let
to
me
the beach
speak.
with my
Please
bikini?
let me
Okay,
speak.
I apologize.
If there's two, thank you. If there's two women, and one of them is wearing a modest dress, and the other woman is wearing a bikini that shows off her breasts and her butt, obviously men are going to lust. They're more likely to lust after the woman that's in a bikini with all of her curves showing. She is making a choice to wear something that shows off her body. She is going to elicit lust. Do you concede that?
I agree, but that is also not my responsibility
Okay,
to be responsible
let me
for
ask
your
it a
lustful
different
That's
way.
that's
thoughts.
fine. It's you can say it's not your responsibility, but just don't call yourself traditional or modest.
Well, let me
I
ask
am.
this a different
You're
way.
not.
That's fair.
Inside
By
of
definition.
your,
we can
inside of your
agree to disagree
capacity as a bikini barista, can you name a single virtue of being a bikini barista? What is a single virtue? What about it is in any way virtuous?
I'm not going to answer that. Like, I don't know
Oh, why?
what you're trying to get out of that question.
Okay, so if a guy,
It's not a
if
job
guy-
that I enjoy doing.
Yeah,
it's
if
not
a guy
like it's my
is in-
dream job. I have
Do you,
two
do you
college
aspire?
degrees.
Do you
I'm
aspire to
working
be
on
the?
it.
Do you aspire to be the Proverbs 31 wife?
I don't know.
Well, you agree that
I may not get
Christianity,
married,
just
I
to
don't
follow
know.
up on this, you agree
I may not get married. Bro, who is this girl? She doesn't even know who she is.
Literally. She has no clue.
You
She
think-
wants a biblical relationship.
No, she wants to grift off the right. These are those type of women. They want to dress up as conservatives so that they can just lure all of these men to validate them and engage with them, and that's why they act like they're conservatives.
It's an Isabella DeLuca.
It's a grift. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, look at me. I have tits, and look at I want biblical patriarchy. Really? What is biblical patriarchy? I don't know, but like, I don't even know if I want to get married, but like, don't you like my boobs?
It's a grift with tits.
Nice.
that Christians need to be virtuous, right?
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
What are the virtues of being a bikini barista?
I never said that there was virtues of being a bikini
but when
barista.
when you're asked specifically to say, hey, listen, it's not my problem that these guys over here they all want to put their hands all over me. They can't, but they want to, and that's why I make extra money.
I mean, that
but
happens when
stripper
I
over
have
there,
clothes on,
they're doing
too.
something wrong. That's insane.
No, that's fine. But even
That's
when
a
I have clothes
hypocrisy,
on,
and
men
there's
are
no
the same
virtue.
thing.
There's
That's
no
fine.
virtue.
Yeah.
We can agree to disagree on that. But men want to do the same
There's
thing
no
when
di-
I have clothes on too. I could be wearing a potato sack, and men would still want to do that.
Sure, yeah, absolutely, because men have sex drives. But if you're wearing a bikini, it is
But that
going
is
it is
your
going to
responsibility.
stimulate a man's
Then
sex drive.
that's
Anything
Just
could
like
stimulate
Savannah,
a man's sex drive.
Savannah.
Should I wear a hijab
Savannah.
then?
No, you don't have to wear
Like-
a hijab.
I prefer a burqa.
Oh my gosh, man. And what I think is so funny is like the inflated ego that you notice from her.
Yeah. Right.
I could wear a potato bag and men would still want to F me. Could you wear like less makeup and a potato bag, and would men still want to F you? Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at her, and I think she's hideous.
I agree.
So I don't. Potato bag, bikini, it didn't matter.
I mean, I think
I would go Bateman mode.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. And if not that, a burqa she'd look the best in because she's covered mostly because she's actually
That's
not pretty.
true. That's true.
Maybe a mask. I don't want to see your ugly face.
Yeah, a mask and a potato bag, and you'd be like, wait a minute, who is this girl?
Right. Who is this?
Yeah, that would like pique my interest. Like,
Yeah,
wait a
there you
minute.
go.
To be honest.
You don't have to,
Okay.
but Savannah, just like it's a man's job, it's a man's
Get the rocks.
responsibility to control
Abdullah.
his lust. It's
Get the rocks.
also
Get the
a
rocks.
woman's responsibility. If she calls herself a traditional modest
Modesty
Christian, to not inspire lust.
$200.
Question: if you start dating a guy, your boyfriend or your husband, if he requested you take down those photos, would you oblige him?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right.
Do you think it might improve if you were interested in dating, do you think it might improve your dating prospects in the traditional Christian male pool to remove those photos?
Yeah, it probably would. But the thing is that I'm not dating right now. I'm not interested in dating right now.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I'm
caught up on this idea that you have no responsibility. I
It's
have no
crazy.
responsibility. It's their responsibility
I mean,
for the
Muslims
because
would say
hang on,
like
hang on.
Let him finish
me
his
finish.
point. No interrupting.
National
wait,
donated $200. Azir's only W all night. She's right. You are basically a stripper, just like in states that don't allow female strippers to strip nude.
Yeah.
No difference. You just want to feel different from
Yeah.
the girls.
whatever you say.
Yeah, well, in this case, this super chatter hits the nail on the head. And what the super chatter is saying is the same thing I'm going to tell you or ask you. All of the women who are involved in any kind of sex work, you realize can use the same exact argument you just did, which is to say
No.
the responsibility is 100% on the John. If he wasn't coming to have sex with us, then I wouldn't even be a prostitute, would I?
No,
if the
'cause you're
John wasn't coming in,
That's what they all say.
strip.
You're
I wouldn't even be able to
consenting
strip,
that
would I?
action. You're doing a
shifting-
sexual
hang on, let me-
action.
just
So
let
are
me
you.
finish the
No,
point.
I'm not.
Yes,
What am I
you
doing
are.
that's
You're
sexual?
making coffee in a bikini.
That's not
inherently
sexual.
sexual.
And
you
Yes,
get
it
tips.
is.
No, it's
You get-
not.
Why
you
does
get
it- why-
paper
I'm not
dollar
dancing
tips
on
like
someone. I'm
every
not
other
touching
stripper.
somebody. I'm not doing anything.
why would a woman walk into her bedroom on her wedding night in lingerie for her husband? Because
Lingerie
that
and bikinis are
lingerie
very
is inherently
different.
sexual. They're very different in the sense that
Then
there's-
work at Starbucks.
and it's different
No,
materials, but
no.
you're showing off
I'm
the curves
covered.
of your body
No,
to
yeah.
stimulate your
So-
man's
so you
sex
want-
drive.
Might as well just go to the beach and
So you
lingerie
want
then,
them
right?
to
coff-
believe.
the
You
men who are
honestly-
buying coffee
hang on,
are
hang
tipping
on. I
you
just
in
want-
dollars
this
like
last thing, because this will
strippers.
make your point too.
Or not.
They're coming
Just
to
like-
get
You
coffee
honest-
because you're in a bikini.
Yeah, you
they could go to a
honest-
better coffee shop.
Then that's their issue.
Well,
but
could
I'm
you
making
honestly
coffee.
say that
Like,
you-
I love it. I love it because I could just imagine like the men who go there. They just like take one sip of like their latte and just like
Tastes
and
like
it,
crap.
And it just tastes like shit.
Yep.
And just like, you know, this girl with like her busted face is coming over to you and you're just like, drinking shitty coffee. I don't want to see your face.
Her
Just-
fake
just-
eyelashes like flapping
yeah,
on
just
it.
like
It's like
flapping around.
There's like foundation on the
drink-
coffee cup.
You drink some eyelashes.
Oh,
You're like, God, just turn around and let me see your ass. This is the only reason why I came here.
yeah, literally. I mean, if she's just serving coffee, work at Starbucks. Come on. Is she lying or is she just that retarded?
Both.
We can't say that word.
You know
That's my-
exactly why
Yeah.
you work that job to make more money
It's
and
the
tips.
same reason
Yeah,
you're
I can
posting
make more money.
bikini photos on your Instagram to solicit
Yeah,
sexual
can you honestly
attention.
say that
No.
your employer was like, I want you to wear a bikini because it's really hot in here?
I don't give a shit what my employer
Is that
thinks.
what your employer was like? I want you to wear a
I
bikini
don't
because
give a
it
shit.
gets up to like 90 and I'd really just, I want you to be cool while you're working. Why do you think your employer wants you to wear a bikini while
That's
you're serving
their
coffee?
responsibility. If they come through because
Yeah,
they
but
want
why do
coffee
you think
or
he
they
does?
want to look at
The
my
blame is never on themselves. That's the thing.
A husband one day and you're a Christian, work at Starbucks.
Nah, I'm good. They support abortion.
Okay.
Wait.
We'll find another hometown coffee
And you
shop.
support sex work, so.
Oh my gosh. In this instance, it's like, who do you hate more? The outright, blunt, unapologetic OnlyFans whore or the pretend Christian conservative that's in a bikini, but like, I'm still modest? Like, who's more annoying?
Yeah, this is why the trad cons get like a bad rap.
Yep.
And it's like literally because of her. You know, can you imagine her on X?
Oh, Please,
Just
let's
like-
find her account after this.
Just like, oh, I can't believe these women. Oh, look at these disgusting women who support abortion. Oh, by the way, I popped my vagina on Instagram and most likely would not keep the child.
Yeah.
If I got
Right.
pregnant.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, trad cons. Love to see it.
Yeah. Well, W. Andrew Wilson, W. Chase, W. Brian, L for all the hoes on the panel, but I mean, what else do you expect on a whatever panel? Okay, so that is. You love to make things awkward for me.
I was just going to see what you were going to do, and you're like,
Yeah, Christ is king, and we'll see you next time.